Hello, my name is Julie. Welcome to my channel. You're watching Treasures Made from Yarn. And this is actually my weekly update video, but I seen Joann trending, well, at least probably a couple days ago. So I looked down that list of curious if the one near me is closing, and it is not. That one will stay open. And, but again, I end up going to Michael's most of the time anyway, because it's the closest to me. But I had looked, there's a Michael's where my daughter lives in Lawrence, Kansas. And that one is, I noticed, is closing. So when her birthday rolls around, I'll have to give her a gift card to a different store. So, and I'm trying to see if the one where I grew up, if there is one where I grew up, it's not closing. I didn't see one in my area where I grew up was closing, so. But, I know, but I guess you can still buy it online, I guess. So, anyway, I did have, of course, it is President's Day. I had it off, surprisingly. I'm not a government worker, so, but I guess our company decided to have that day off as a holiday. I'm not complaining. So I did get kind of a few more projects I got done that I might not have normally gotten done. I got this off. This was sitting on the knitting machine for a while, and I just took this one off. Took the time finally to get it off. So this is, I couldn't tell you what kind of yarn it was. It was from my local yarn shop that was on clearance last year. So yeah, but I love these colors. I was drawn by these colors. Almost, I don't know, Halloween, fall colors maybe. It's got a lot of green and orange and black. I wonder if this was a sock yarn. Well, but it kind of feels, I mean, it's not rough, but it's not super soft either. But I like the colors, it's nice. I'll probably wear that. Let's see, today, if I want to start what I finished up today. Things we're making Thursday was design a scarf, though technically not really a scarf, but it kind of is a little bit of a decorative one. I got to finish this up today. It's kind of, it has to be like you design it, so this is kind of my own pattern, very roughly inspired by the Queen Anne scarf. Yeah, it's just these little shells going back and forth. And I think this was perfect for, I had like a one skein, a 50 gram ball skein. I'm like, oh, what do you do with those? I don't know if it was 100, but it was one little skein of yarn, and it was just enough. I used the whole thing to make this. Now this little scallop has a chain tree kind of edging. And I was also experimenting with a different edging, so obviously I didn't have enough for a scarf, but this one is almost the same, but I was experimenting with a shell on the outside. That one looks kind of cool too. So a little one of those. And as far as today, I think them are the only one projects I finished up today, but I do have other finished projects. This is loosely the latest Bag O Day hat pattern from Bod Hat Palooza, hosted by Laura over at Mimi's Crochet and Farming. It's supposed to be like a newsboy hat. No, I didn't want to make a newsboy hat. I just left it as a beanie type hat. No, it's half double crochets, done a little bit differently. I know because I don't know if you can see it. It depends on how the yarn was yarned over. How you yarn over the yarn initially, I think gave it a different look. But I think this is another hat that I think you can wear either way. This is one-sided. This is the other side, and you could probably wear either side. So this is chenille yarn. Actually, it was like a size 2 chenille yarn, so it's 2 strands held together. Kind of looks like a sherbet hat. Okay, So that is that hat. I have another hat. If I showed this hat. But yeah, this is the outcome of the knitted beanie hat, making the domino squares. So started out with 4 on top, and then did 2. You know, then worked on this 2 together, and then did 2 purl 2 ribbing on that. And let's see, you can almost see where the fault line is. You know, the fault line. There it is. That's the fault line, but you can probably, if you stretch it out, you probably can't see that much. You can probably, so glad that it's kind of hidden. I know I didn't like working with this yarn. It kind of split. I don't like had this big bumpy part because I suppose I could have cut it out, but I'm too lazy to. It's okay. It gives it character. I like how these color flow. So I did start another one, and you'll see that one shortly. I made another chicken nugget. I put I had a bunch of these. I don't know if you can see that. Handmade with love. Threw that on there, mix it. It's so cute. He's so cute. This was what left over what I had for the Dollar Tree. I think the Chanel Melody. So I'm out of brown now, so I don't have any more of this yarn to make chicken nuggets. But I have other brown yarn if I want to make more chicken nuggets. Cute. Oh, I don't know if you can see him over here. Alright, so I think this is the last thing. It's like something to hang. I wanted to make it to hang on the door. Let's see, do I still have it? Oh, I do have it over here. Kind of. I know it looks nothing like this. But this is made with wool yarn, and after reading the instructions, I would have to felt it and then cut out the hole because it's already felted. You can cut it out. So, anyway, that's the moss stitch. You know, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the chain 1 space. And then I just added, it's almost like a handle. Oh, you can hang that on something. You can hang that on you like the door handle and stuff. Okay. I can't remember if I showed this, but I can't remember if I showed that I got a cat sewed onto the canvas here. I think I remember showing the canvas, but I can't remember if I showed it with the cat sewed on. Obviously, I'm going to have to put more stuff on it. Kind of at a loss of what to put on here. I think I still might add balloons. No, I couldn't see it before. Now I see it in the camera. I almost see zigzag here pattern with that. It's kind of cool. Though it might have been better to use a plain background. But I might add another kitty. I don't know what I'm going to add yet. For now, it's just a cat. That might cover everything that I have done. Go with the hat I started. So this yarn is the granny square yarn. I was kind of figure out how it would work out knitted with the mitered square. So let's see, the square is too small. I made small squares. I made the square this size because all 4 colors, or is it 5 colors? 5 colors are on 4 squares. So if I made a square this big, the granny square yarn might work pretty good making mitered squares. So anyway, that's the top of the hat. And now I'm at the point where I'm working on the side. So I got the 2 done here, and then I'm starting another one. And I'll go around per se till I'm done the last one, and I'll have a seam. And then last time I did the band along the bottom, not sewing the seam yet, so that way I can go back and forth and not use double pointed needles. And then after that, the band is done, then I'll sew the seam up. So, yeah, looks pretty. I think it looks pretty cool with the yarn. So, obviously, what I did for that one, because I wanted to start with the big, usually you're supposed to pull from the center to make the granny squares to start with the smallest one, but I made it so that I had to. Okay, hold on. You cannot speak today. I had wound some up so that when I started, it was started from the biggest one. Because I'm making it big and working my way little. But it turns out I didn't have to do it. I wasn't sure of how big the square I would have to make. I'm sorry, I'm just babbling. So at this point, I don't care how the colors fall, but it still looks pretty cool. Making a second hat. Don't know if there's going to be a third hat. Okay, so you've seen the bag. The bag was done a while back, or if you haven't, this was made last year. Hippy dippy bag, kind of like a hippy dippy bag, but probably way back you may have seen. Let's see if I have one. I picked up at the Dollar Tree you've seen the Dollar Tree. I picked these up, so I did start lining for this bag. And I was going to pull out the sewing machine, but I was too lazy to pull out the sewing machine, but I should have, because it would have been a whole lot faster. So I have found through trial and error that this vintage steel, which is very pointy, easily pokes through the fabric. Then just use like the doily thread, and I just drop the needle. That's what that is. So that's how I attached it. Just single crochet around to put it together. And that's the upper row. Obviously it's going on the inside, so I want the right side on the inside. So I wanted to show you this first before eventually I'm going to put it in the bag and then attach. Then I think my plan, because I think this is a little inside the bag, is to put like evenly spaced more single crochets and then on this, and then single crochet the bag to that. And I think I found the color I want to work with that matches, because it probably don't matter. It's scrap yarn blanket anyway, so I guess as long as it was something in here, it'll probably work. So you'll probably see the finished bag with the liner in a future video. Okay. Oh, new project. Another new project we started. Oh. It's going to be a wearable. Hopefully I'm winging it. Hopefully I don't have to frog it. Like, like kind of like I'm making like a rag. It's going to be cardigan. Granny square type. Not following a pattern, but it's, I'm making it like a raglan. I don't know if that's what it's called. But eventually I'll make this big enough. And then the corners are going to be, that's where we'll join these together. And I'll make the sleeve holes. And then work on the rest, and then eventually add more sleeves. I hope I have enough Fairyland yarn for that. Now we're speaking of wearables, there's the Hexicardi Party, hosted by KK. Hosted by KK Crochet. It's okay. My plan with my day off was to work more on this and get more of it done, but nah. Though I did get more done since you last seen it. I got more white in. So it's okay. Now I gotta try to get this folded right. So it looks like, nope, that's not how I fold it. Yeah. It's like, be smarter than... Okay, there we are. So I think my plan is, to finish up one more row of the white and then go back to this color. And then I'll see how many rows that is. See if I need to, because that sleeve is already looking like it's the size I want it, but it's not enough this way. But I could add more to the sides if I need to. Yeah, because I think the advice was do 20 rows and then see how it would fit. Let's see. So yeah, after the white's on, that's 18 rows. And then I'll do the row of the peach row, salmon row, salmon row. Okay, try not to make it funny. And then we'll see how that fits, because it looks like the sleeve is almost big enough. If I was a size 2, I probably would I could start the other side, but we're not a size 2. Or for a child. So yeah, probably I'm almost done with it. I didn't realize how close I was to finishing the first half. So, I think I have other projects here, but I don't think I'm going to share that. I think that's almost all the main projects I'm working on. Obviously, on the knitting machine, I'm just going to make a blanket with this. I have finally another, I put on the second skein of this type of yarn on the knitting machine. I have 10 skeins of this yarn altogether, so my plan is to line up all 10 to be blanket, shawl, whatever. Probably won't be, it'll be probably too light for, oh, it might work out as a blanket. It'll probably be more of a shawl thing. It'll be colorful. Or it would be a decor, like throw it on a chair. Okay, well, I guess that's all I have. If you did like this video, please get a like. To see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you always for watching, and I will see you in my next video.